The trainer and world-class chef the casserole. For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. Four-time Taste Award finalists, 13-time Vicky Award losers. They are the dynamic duo of dining.
There we go. That's better.
Mike and Stu on
Mike's high.
X5.
Thanks, John.
You going to join us today, Mike?
Well, Charlie was saying, oh, by the way, we got Charlie here in the studio with us. It's been a long time, Charlie. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's glad to see you guys in person on the air.
Oh, all right. Man, I'm glad Charlie's here today. Steve had to go out of town with one of our
You
other
should actually be in your image, man.
radio people.
Only thing showing was
from
the top of your head.
Because they wanted an award, and they had to go get their award up in Birmingham. But Charlie's sitting in for.
Were they
Steve
awarded
today.
their award?
Huh?
Were they awarded their award?
Yeah, they got it last night, I think.
Yeah, and
So-
and that place they go to, I went a couple of years ago. I got something for doing work with the Alabama Coastal Foundation. But it sits up on top of that mountain, and you can see the whole city of Birmingham
Yeah.
down below.
Couple areas like that.
It is a beautiful
Oh, yeah.
place.
Could you see the electric light show they put under the interstate that was supposed to be an evacuation route for people from the Gulf?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, they took like $6 million that was supposed to build a evacuation route from Gulf Shores and Orange Beach for hurricanes and spent it on the laser light show under the interstate.
Oh, well, it's our money anyway.
Well, they
We're
probably
gonna
had,
hope they enjoyed the show, but
a California company do the contract work.
Well, I guarantee you whoever did the contract company is a buddy of somebody in Montgomery.
You think?
Yeah.
But anyway, we always love having Charlie sit in when he can, and
Been a long time.
he always pays you compliments. He says Mike's hot, but
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but I mean,
And then the microphones.
the microphone. Oh, you're talking about the microphones.
like I've always told the young fellas, the older you get, the broader your definition of the word hot.
Yeah.
That's
Charlie is old enough that you fit. I don't fit yet. So
You'll be there in no time. I guarantee you.
Charlie knocks out a couple more birthdays, then I'll fit in there.
So anyhow,
Yeah.
welcome to the show, Charlie. Glad to have you here. So we're sitting here admiring his sandwich. We're going to talk to him about his sandwich
Yeah.
toward the end of the show.
Which is how you know we have nothing to talk about.
and it's concealed in aluminum foil. I don't know where tin foil came from.
10.
Isn't that aluminum?
No.
No, okay.
No, tin cans were the predecessor to aluminum cans. Tin foil was a predecessor to aluminum foil. Do you know that aluminum does not exist in its natural state? You're never going to, like, you find a vein of gold or a vein of silver or any other metal.
Never knew that.
You
Learned
never-
something new today.
Yeah, you will not find aluminum like that. It's always
you know, you got a point. You never hear about people striking aluminum.
right. It's because it's always in a compound. It's always
And they
like
don't
in
put it
rocks, and they
out
have to separate it.
I thought it came from the recycling place.
It does now. You know, something else that's infinitely recyclable, and if you recycle it, is good for the environment.
What's it?
Styrofoam. Infinitely
It
recyclable.
can be used for a lot of stuff.
Making it and recycling it does not hurt the environment. Making paper is the second dirtiest thing we do. The environment, the dirtiest is recycling paper. It's because a whole bunch of tree huggers back in the 80s went off half cocked with information.
Well, we
And now-
grow paper down here. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
I
and I
got
bring
friends that's done really well growing
Yeah.
pine trees.
I bring it up
Making money.
to illustrate a lot of the issues that we've had in nutrition in this country over the past few years. You remember in the early 90s, oh, you got to get fat out of your diet. Diet's bad for you. Fat's what makes you fat. They came out with all these zero fat items that had 4 times as much sugar in them as the zero fat. Well, how does the body store excess sugar? As fat. So then they came out with the concept of good fats and bad fats. Well, omega-6s are bad fats. Omega-3s are good fats. The omega-3s is olive oil, salmon, fish oil, like that. But the human body requires 5 times as many saturated fats as it does unsaturated. So how is omega-6 a bad fat if the body needs 5 times as much of it as it does the so-called good fat?
Heck, dude.
Yeah. And
Then along came Michelle Obama, and she almost single-handedly destroyed the school lunch program because all of a sudden they were having to produce lunches that the kids wouldn't eat.
Well, you say that, Charlie. I go back to my childhood, and
You remember that far back?
I do. And
he had a beautiful tri-cornered hat that he got to celebrate 4th of July, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
But anyhow, what were you going to say?
Anyway, I remember bread. I couldn't tell if it's butter. It had some kind of cream. Either it was butter, but I think it was butter. Just plain white bread with butter spread across it.
Mm-hmm.
That was one item we had.
Yeah.
And but everything did come from cans that I remember seeing back there in the kitchens, and from my vantage point, looking over the counter, and the little stainless steel rail past the lunch ladies. But I look forward to Fridays because we would get like lemon cake, a little square lemon cake on Friday afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, and they used to have real desserts.
and we ate our food. We ate our food.
You were hungry.
Yeah, we were hungry.
Yeah.
And
But it was good staple food.
Well, you also, you and Charlie both came up in a generation where it was just simply not acceptable to not like something.
Well, and
Food is
also,
scarce.
you ate it.
It's
You
hard.
ate it
Yeah.
because
Food is scarce. It's hard to come by. I don't care if you like it. You're eating it.
Mhm.
And, I was raised under that too.
what about all those poor kids in Afghanistan that were starving to death, and we were going to throw away food? My mom instilled that in me a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I've got a good friend, Andrew, who came here from Vietnam when he was 13. That's after 5 years of being in a refugee camp
mm-hmm.
in Malaysia, fleeing the Vietnam War. And he said his first job here was like working at a donut shop in California. And he was just astonished that at the end of the day, they just threw the donuts away because they're not going to be good the next day to sell because they'll be stale. And he was just thinking, man, I can remember going 2 and 3 days without food.
Yeah.
It wasn't a case of the hungriest people in America are thinking, am I going to eat today? Well, the average person in his refugee camp was thinking, am I going to eat this week?
Yeah.
So the food waste is a huge problem in this country. And it just, my parents grew up during the Great Depression, as I'm sure y'all's parents did too.
Mm-hmm.
And not liking something was not a good enough reason not to eat it. Just because you don't like the taste doesn't mean it's going to hurt you. Eating something you don't like will not hurt you at all.
And if you'll just get your child to take a taste,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next time take 2 tastes,
Yeah.
eventually they're going to discover that they actually
Great
like
point by Charlie. Your kids, if they don't like something, I understand that the palate changes. Every 5 years, you just have them try it again.
Yeah.
My parents did that with collard greens. I didn't like them. One day at age 17 in high school, I'm sitting in class and I go, why do I want collard greens? I hate those things. Went home. My mother told my mother, she fixed them, took a bite and went, now I like collard greens because the palate changes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. These people that go, I didn't like onions as a kid, so I don't like them now, are lying to themselves. When you lie to yourself, you lie to everyone.
I love it. I did not like fried green tomatoes at all growing up.
Yeah.
So, 251-343-0106 is the
Call
and
line.
text line. We've got a bunch of text already.
Are they
Look at
calling?
there. Come on, y'all need to call in.
We want to hear your voice.
Well, you gotta swing around there and see if I can change something on the laptop.
For more than 50 years, Bubble Bay magazine has showcased the history, style, arts, dining, and entertainment that defines excellence on both sides of Bubble Bay. Each month's issue is filled with our unique Southern Florida culture, beautifully captured and told through engaging articles.
I don't like that at all.
When you subscribe to Bubble Bay,
Yes, that's the best we're going to get. You know what I can do? I said, just take that one little section there and use that for shorts and that section for the full broadcast. I went in and then backed out to change something, and now it thinks I'm two different people. That's all I can figure out.
I want y'all to know I'm trying to hold off eating this afternoon.
Here we go. I hid the vertical.
Oh, what I was gonna mention,
It said hide vertical. Now I got.
when I was
That's cool.
growing up, there were.
I'm still showing all three, but it doesn't matter.
Four food groups instead of the pyramid. I never have understood the pyramid.
Pyramid makes more sense than the four food groups. Four food groups are one of the reasons we started having an epidemic of obesity. It's too much food. The pyramid is what's in the Bible. They spent 2 years and $4 million investigating it, came up with the food pyramid, looked at it, went, that's the typical diet in the Middle East.
Well, the only thing that I remember about the four food groups is at least have something from each of those groups every day. Didn't talk about how
Yeah.
much or what.
Yeah.
And so I grew up trying to have some kind of dairy, either cheese, milk, ice cream, butter, something.
Yeah.
And the same with grains and meat and vegetables.
Grains and vegetables should be the things we eat the most of.
Yeah.
Meat should be almost dead last, but I love it. And then
We gotta
sugar
get
should be,
protein somewhere.
there's protein in all those dairy products you just talked about.
So that's
See, that's something people don't understand.
because it came from.
If you're eating a burger and then you put cheese on it, you're eating twice as much protein. You're eating too much. So make the burger small. If you're going to add cheese to a burger, make the burger small.
Yeah.
Because you're adding more meat, basically. Cheese is still a meat. It's
Yeah.
fats and proteins. Yeah.
Still protein. Yeah.
106.5. For more than a decade, they are
The microphones are hot.
Hey,
Hey,
Charlie, I know back when you was a little kid, I know that probably the only candy y'all had to eat back then was licorice, wasn't it?
dirt.
No, well,
Licorice.
besides the dirt, there was licorice, but there were also Hershey bars.
Oh, okay. They had Hershey back then.
Yeah.
Well, hard candy's been around a long time.
That's so.
And taffy.
So taffy. Okay. Well, today is National Licorice Day, so I just
Oh, nice.
go out there and lick you some licorice or something.
Yesterday was barbershop quartet singing day.
Are you in a
according-
barbershop quartet?
According to Alexis.
Are you a member of SPEPSQUA?
No.
Okay.
That is like the Society for the Preservation and Enrichment of Barbershop Quartet Singing or something like that. It is the longest abbreviation you've ever seen in your life.
Well, I love Part of My Heart. If we get Phil to come in here, maybe Stu can
No,
lead
you
us
don't
off
want me
and
to
we could
sing.
do some harmony.
You don't want me to sing.
You can do the beatbox, Mike.
But not only is it Licorice Day, it's also Pretzel Day. You could sit there
Pretzels and
You
licorice.
could sit there and run some licorice through the knotted up part of the anyway.
What if it's
Cut the end
pretzel
of the
stick?
pretzel
And
off.
if that's there, you go.
Take the red vine, tie it on the end of the pretzel stick, and do one of those dances with the ribbons.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like they do. They have an Olympic. That's an
Yeah.
Olympic thing.
Yeah.
Hey, also today is a grilled cheese day. Grilled cheese sandwich.
You're
day.
making all this up.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
How many things can you have in?
Follow my post. You'll know what that is.
Really go for a grilled cheese pretzel and licorice sandwich right now.
Start off your day for breakfast.
It is. But
We're
hey,
being silly because clearly no one would eat a sandwich like that without sardines.
well, I don't know without sardines.
Yeah, I mean, that would just be ridiculous.
Sardines and pasta noodles.
I had a dream one time years ago that I opened a sports bar.
Uh-oh.
And the thing and the hook was home of the peanut butter beef jerky po' boy.
What?
Well, it's a dream. Nothing makes sense in a dream.
Yeah.
And then when people would come in and they go, "Do y'all really have a peanut butter and beef jerky po' boy?" And yes. How is it? Oh, it's dreadful. It's absolutely terrible. And why do you have it? Got you in the door, didn't it? And dude, it would be fully dressed too. It wouldn't just be peanut butter and beef jerky. It'd be lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle,
Jelly.
some kind of sauce on. No, Charlie, that's ridiculous. Where would you put jelly on a po' boy?
With the peanut butter.
Oh wait, he makes a jalapeno jelly. Kind of bridges the gap there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess sandwiches is the theme today, but I love watching the videos of different types of sandwiches that people make.
Mhm.
And it seems like Jeff Daniels now is out there now with his,
Making sandwiches.
and he does a pita bread. Okay,
Mhm.
does pita bread, and then he spreads half of it with a thick layer of peanut butter, creamy peanut butter.
Mhm.
And then what he does, he crunches up the Ruffles barbecue potato chips, and
Okay,
he
this
puts
is
on
going
that.
south fast. It's going south fast.
And then you fold it and eat it.
Yeah.
What did they eat before the Earl of Sandwich did his invention?
They ate the roast beef separately.
Yeah.
We
Because it's
Lord
like a
Montague,
snack food.
I believe it was the 11th Lord of Sandwich, was the man who was credited for giving the sandwich its name at a poker game where he was trying to eat some roast beef and he was making his hands wet naturally.
Yeah.
So he asked him to put it in between some bread so his hands would stay clean while he ate it.
And then he said, aha.
Yeah, the Earl of Sandwich. But we've
How
been
can we
wrapping
patent
food in
it?
bread since we invented bread. That's going to go back to Egypt in 3000 BC. So sandwich like it's been around. I mean,
So he
if
wanted
you
to
really think about it,
eat and play poker.
people want to argue, is a hot dog a sandwich or not? It is absolutely a sandwich, and there's no argument for it not
Yeah.
being a sandwich. It is a meal in bread.
Yeah.
Pizza is a sandwich. It's an open face sandwich. If an open base roast beef sandwich is a sandwich, right, and you can fold it. If a hot brown, Kentucky hot brown is a sandwich that
Yeah.
is open face, you eat with a knife and a fork, how is pizza not a sandwich? Burrito, tacos, they're sandwiches. So sandwiches have been around a long time. It was the Earl of Sandwich who put the name to it.
Is a corn dog a sandwich?
Yeah. It's fried bread,
I can see that.
cornbread.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah.
Now I had one person challenge me, send me the video, challenge me to do some peanut butter and onion sandwich.
Why?
I've not done that yet.
Food should not be a
They
challenge.
said it's all the video people said, wow, this is amazing. I never would have thought this would have that flavor,
Mhm.
such a good flavor. The combination of peanut butter.
But you
And
also were okay with the
onions.
cinnamon roll and chili, which does not work in
And I'm
any
still
way,
working on
shape, or form. It doesn't work, Mike. It wasn't. They don't do it because it tastes good.
Next time I'm gonna do something.
They've never done it because
Next
they
time
thought
I do
it
it, I'm
tasted
gonna
good.
do it with CC's cinnamon
It
rolls.
doesn't matter what cinnamon roll you use; it's not going to taste good. The people that do it don't
can
think
see
it
it.
tastes
I can see
good.
it.
They say they do it because they've always done it.
Now,
No one says it tastes good. Yeah. It's not possible.
videos I've watched,
No. They are all high on Comet. They've been snorting Drano, and you know it.
that was before the pods.
Yeah, and and you know they're smoking Crayolas because their teeth are stained. This one's burnt orange, and this one is aqua.
Mm.
Gives it away.
That's what it is.
Yeah, smoking Crayola.
One day I'm gonna try that.
Smoking a Crayola. I don't.
No, not
suggest
that,
it.
but
More cinnamon
I'm
roll.
gonna try that. I'm gonna
It
try.
wasn't bad enough before. You've got to make it worse.
I got to try different cinnamon rolls.
They all taste the same.
No, they don't.
No, they all taste the same. Some
These
taste that
things
way
taste-
better.
To be a chain,
Yeah.
those are the best cinnamon rolls I've ever had.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this.
And I had them
CC's Pizza to be a
16
chain
years ago
is
for
a-
the first time, and I still remember how they tasted. And every now and then I may bounce into a CC somewhere just to get some cinnamon rolls.
I've admired that company. I'm not a huge fan of big national chains, but CC's has I've spoken with some of the people in the company. Their goal is they know there are a lot of people out there that cannot afford to eat out
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then they'd like to be able, for the kid's birthday or something, be able to go out just like other people and eat something. So they deliberately target their food towards stuff that they can produce cheaply so that people in low income can have a night out. And I admire that. It's not the way that other corporations do it, where they target Section 8 because they know those people get EBT cards and all that will make them feel rich. A lot of sit-down restaurants use that. That's disingenuous.
Yeah.
CC's wants to do something nice for people.
Yeah.
These other companies target that demographic because they're a target.
Well, I got a $1 billion idea for them.
Really?
You make your pizza out of cinnamon roll
And already
And
gone
use-
south.
and use a chili instead of marinara. Use a chili sauce. Put chili on top of it. A chili cinnamon roll slice of pizza.
Are you high now? Did you break into Jennifer's house when she wasn't at home and get into some of the really good stuff?
I don't even know where she lives.
I swear, Mike is not a THC fan. He's not a practitioner. He was in the day, but
I'm gonna buy me a bottle of that Willie's. Have you seen the Willie's?
Gummies and
I haven't tried the Willies yet. But yeah, but he has always had the appetite of someone who is 2.5 ounces deep into a 3-ounce
Because
week.
I did enough in high school. It's still in my blood.
explains a lot, Mike.
So low metabolism.
Oh, and I heard something today that they said that makes about as much sense as pineapple on barbecue. And I went, Mike would go all in on
There you
pineapple.
go.
That works.
That sounds
Pineapple and barbecue, because the barbecue sauce and the pineapple
Mhm.
makes more sense than marinara on the Hawaiian pizza that doesn't have a single Hawaiian ingredient on it.
Mhm.
That's the thing that kills me about the Hawaiian pizza. They don't eat pineapple in Hawaii. They just grow it and send it to other people.
Mhm.
They don't eat ham. They eat Spam. They don't even put ham on a Hawaiian pizza. They put Canadian bacon, which guess where that comes from? Canada. And then they put marinara from Italy on it and call it a Hawaiian pizza, and it makes no sense. Spam makes it Hawaiian.
Yeah.
You could go for a ham pizza.
I
Couldn't
could
you?
go for
Spam
spam
pizza.
pizza.
I call that a spizza.
I bet I can make spam taste like foie gras.
I don't.
I bet I can.
There's no way you can do it.
I know a way.
Mike, it's not about flavor. You're dealing. Foie gras is all fat. Spam
talking
is not. Spam only has 6 ingredients. You know that? Most lunch meat you buy at the grocery store is grosser than Spam.
I think I can.
It's
I
impossible.
think I can do it. I
There's
can make
no
it
way.
taste just like foie gras.
It's impossible. Foie gras doesn't really have flavor.
It's
it's
a
a
combination of
It's a
it's a
texture.
combination of all the things together. The 3 things together.
This is the 3 things. Foie gras is one thing.
No.
It's goose or duck liver,
It's how it's served, plated.
pureed, pate.
I'm gonna show you.
Spam is
I'm gonna bring
chunks.
some one
There's
morning.
chunks of ham.
I'm
and
gonna
spam.
bring some one morning and show you.
And it's not going to be anything like if you heat it to 98.6 degrees, will the Spam melt? No, because it's not foie gras. At 98.6 degrees, foie gras melts and is liquid. There's your problem, man. It's science.
251-343-0106. When we come back, we're gonna have one of the Calametti brothers, Danny. Got a lot of good things to say.
You just define physics over there. You're just defying physics over there. They're totally unrelated. They're nothing alike. You have a better chance of making olive oil taste like foie gras than you do
When I
Spam.
went to when I was in France, I did foie gras for breakfast.
It's butter. It's basically butter. That's
Right.
why you can't turn Spam into it. You can't make
I
Spam
said,
into
hey,
What's the meat
like-
sauce that comes in the little cans?
potted meat.
Yeah. I could not think of potted meat,
That's a potted meat sandwich.
but no. I remember giving up potted meat when one day I read the ingredients and one of them was cow lips.
There's nothing wrong with lips.
Oh, I know that, but
Yeah.
it just turned
Yeah.
totally off.
Yeah. You weren't turned off by the mechanically separated chicken?
No. I didn't remember seeing that one.
I got a lot of my classmates on it. Some of them. David got me. He says, Mike has been promising the Spam foie gras for years now. Just saying.
It's not Possible. Scientifically, it cannot be
I'm
done.
gonna make it taste like I had in France.
But foie gras doesn't have a flavor. It's a fat. Fat doesn't have flavor.
Not just one item on when they plate it and they bring it to you and serve you. It's not just one item on the plate.
All right, you want me to do happy birthday before you,
I don't care when you do it. Whenever it's easiest for you, Charlie.
When we go,
Coming out of the-
well, we're gonna be,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever's easiest for you. But it's Danny and David's birthday today, so
Huh?
it's Danny's birthday today.
Yeah.
Him and his
Assume that's
brother.
him on here.
Yeah,
And I'm hoping it'll play, cause I'll let the intro run and then I'll play this. Assume it plays.
Yeah.
I would check it, but I haven't remembered how to do that.
.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-use awareness partners.
Mhm.
Hello, listeners. I'm Randy Wilson, inviting you to join me, Coach Rick Cleveland, and Coach Mark Glassberg.
Rick Cleveland's still alive? What is he, like 80?
who?
Rick Cleveland.
Fast spot.
No, he used to be married to a friend of mine.
Well, you can still be 80 years old, married to a friend of yours. You're knocking on the door. You ain't kicking it in.
I'm Scalene, I guess, and breathe hard. Like Charlie.
Your mics are hot.
Well,
It's your
phone.
twin brother's birthday too, yeah.
We got Danny Calametti. Happy birthday, Danny.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Right, have you brought Danny up yet?
Yeah. We're,
There he is.
Okay, you still celebrate, buddy? All right,
we'll,
here we go.
we'll
We got
try and
you.
keep it down then. I'm sorry about that.
So, anyhow, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you and David and
Any other Calamettis that had a birthday yesterday?
How'd y'all get the same birthday?
Planning.
And anyway, how you doing, Danny? Danny? Okay. Yes.
Ooh. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. It's right on the waterfront.
Yep.
Cinco de Nino. Yeah. Is this a jam and jelly cook-off?
Yeah.
Ooh. Mm.
Or pork belly.
Yep. Mhm.
Oh.
Well, I'm working on my yard if you want to come give me a hand. Ooh. Mm. Also, your brother. Yeah, it's because it was you and your brother's birthday, so they did it for both of you.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I like that when the city does stuff for us. Like for my birthday, the city of Mobile threw a parade. Yeah, and I sat down there at Lemoyne's and watched the parade go down Government Street while I was eating my birthday dinner. You're just a hair behind Mike. Now it's taken two of you to do it, but you're
Next
still
year's
just
my, next year's my
next year's your 140th birthday. Okay.
half that.
12? I wouldn't marry Montgomery, man. Math ain't my strong point. Well, it was a pleasure having you on, buddy. And
Okay.
but we really do want to wish you and your brother the happiest of birthdays, sir.
I'll see you
Sounds
Tuesday
good.
night. So anyway, I guess we still got time, don't we?
Oh, we got
Yeah,
to.
we still got some time. You're right. Is that right, Charlie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
So why don't they do a spam competition?
Why don't you suggest it? During Tiki Week.
I just did.
Tiki Week would be the time to do that.
Yes. Well, there may be somebody already doing spam during that. I've never,
Make everybody
I've never
do spam.
attended that, so I don't know.
I
I've never
know I
attended
have
the
it, Ash.
Strawberry Festival.
Yeah, I've driven by it when I was.
I drove by yesterday. It was
Yeah.
it looked like they had a magnificent crowd. It was huge.
Now, you do know
Which is
they
huge.
have a lot of strawberry shortcake at that
Mhm.
event. I can't believe either one of us had been yet.
I have set up displays for people that
And they
carry my
got the
product.
heck out of
that
there.
carried my product and they got out of there. But I've never been to German Fest, never been to Sausage Festival.
Been to the Sausage Festival. It's fantastic. Had been to Blessing of the Fleet and
Been
would
there.
like to do the Blessing of the Fleet this year. I've never been to the Grand Bay Watermelon Festival. And-
Now, I've been to that, but we got there a day ahead of time, so they didn't have any watermelons yet.
But,
So I just went
what
to
else
the
we got?
festival.
No, and of course, we've been to the Cajun Cook-Off. We've
Mhm.
been to most of the good barbecue competitions have been around. What was the old one? The Hog Wild.
Hog Wild.
That
I wish they'd bring that back.
They moved it one year to the same day as Memphis in May and lost all of their heavy hitters.
Yeah. What a tool.
Yeah. To Memphis in May.
Yeah.
Speaking of barbecue, I got a new Delta Safari coming out this week
Okay.
where I asked the question, is Alabama the best state for barbecue?
Hmm.
Now, I'll make the argument in the video, but breaks the state down into 4 different regions and take a look because the barbecue does vary from North Alabama all the way down here.
Right.
Because you go up to Gunnersville, they ain't got no smoked tuna dip, brother, but that's barbecue. Slow smoked tuna? Heck yeah. Charbroiled oysters? That's the original barbecue. When the Columbus and the other Europeans got here, they saw the native tribes cooking shellfish on open fire, and they called that barbacoa. And that is where barbecue comes from. They were cooking shellfish on open fires in the Caribbean. Because remember, Columbus, as far as I know, never set foot on North American soil,
Yeah.
the continent itself. He was just in the islands, at least on the first trip. The second and third trip, he may have actually made it to the continent. But the first trip, he was just in the islands.
Mhm.
And so the first real American that were encountered by Europeans were all Caribbean tribes. And it was, a few decades later before they got on the continent and started running into the indigenous people from the continent. And that's why I say barbecue, uniquely American, comes from here. It wasn't something that was invented in another country and transported here like so many other things.
Everything's been cooked on fire.
But the way they were doing it was not. Everyone else had quit cooking directly on fire. They're cooking
Charlie
on
said
paper.
we got to go 251-343-0106 is the call and texting line. I wish those phones would light up over there.
You tired of talking
Lonely here.
already?
Huh?
Tired of talking already?
I want to hear some people.
I heard this song. Pretty good.
Anybody you know?
Maybe.
Well, it wasn't somebody on the line. Here's a call coming in.
It's probably gonna be Jarhead. Much rather have Jarhead than Cookie.
We hadn't had her in a while.
Problem with Cookie.
Maybe that,
I'm sure I've scared her off.
maybe that ESPN helmet phone finally shorted out.
Possible. I still want to talk about the sandwich.
Absolutely.
That's why Senator Katie Britt said,
Need someone.
So
What I want to ask you about is what are some other things that you've heard people add to this sandwich or combine with it?
conservatives are responsible for the content of this advertising.
For more than 50 years, showcase the history, style, dining,
Well, somebody's on hold.
it's on both sides of Mobile Bay. Each month's issue is filled with our unique Southern Alabama culture.
And I don't know, the Salt Spring program's not up. Steve,
I don't know what you're looking at, Mike. We don't know any of that stuff.
Well,
Oh, I thought you were responding to him.
and Jarhead wants to talk sandwiches too.
Excellent.
So for you, what's your favorite? It's possible by becoming a participant in Catalyst by Southern Region, Alabama-based initiative.
Kind of fun being with you guys like this.
Roll.
3 or
Oh.
4 years.
Sweetness and medication based.
Next time I'm back, we'll be talking about the pablum they give out at the nursing home.
Mike still won't have had an omelet from Springfield Hospital.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna tell you a story on the way back.
Oh, it's not something for the air, huh?
That Friday night.
Do you not give out a list of sponsors or are they,
We don't have any sponsors. The radio station handles all that now.
huh?
The radio station handles all the sponsors now.
Oh, okay, I thought, so you don't do a thank you sponsors.
So,
I'm just asking, I'm not
Yeah.
suggesting. Mike's hot.
Joe, I see a light flashing over there. Is that a light flashing over there?
Yeah,
We
but,
got somebody online?
but can we set this up first?
Well, we will. We'll get to it. I promise.
Okay, because he wants to.
he's hungry, Mike. He's ready to eat.
All right. Who we got on phone?
Where's the phone here?
Oh, okay.
There you go, Jarhead. All right. Now, Jarhead, while we're talking to you about sandwiches, Charlie is just itching to get into his lunch. So you may hear some foil unraveling here in a minute. He has his sandwich encased in a sheet of steel. Oh, we're going
Well,
to.
I want to find out what people often add to this sandwich.
I bet Jarhead's
That's a
got some.
3-tier. Is that a 3-tier?
No, it's 2 sandwiches.
Oh, 2 sandwiches.
Tell me. I did mayonnaise and ketchup. Favorite sandwich as a kid growing up. I'd rather have that than anything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jarhead, I'm a little disappointed. Why wasn't it Golden Flake?
True Alabama chip. Mm-hmm.
The original.
Now, Jarhead, over in the Mississippi Delta, they do something nobody we don't do here. And we've had a guest on a call, not a caller, but a guest on the show one time who's from the Delta, and I saw him do it on his radio show, or his visual radio show. They put barbecue sauce in bags of potato chips and eat their potato chips with barbecue sauce in them. right out of the bag, right out of the bag. So the whole Jeff Daniels sandwich makes sense with the barbecue sauce and the potato chips on the peanut butter. Well, he does. He does.
You
his
throw the
on
peanut butter in, it does make sense. But when you throw the peanut
Yeah.
butter in, it doesn't make sense. Not saying it's not good.
But it's
Just
the
saying
thing
it don't
do in
make
the
no
Delta.
sense.
It's the thing they do in the Delta, you know.
Well, Charlie, tell us what's on your sandwich because I want to know what Jarhead would do to spice this up.
Well, this is the classic PB&J,
Mm-hmm.
and I made it because I like it, but also it's easy to make.
And you got the butt ends there.
Yeah, and I've just started eating the butt end off the bread because that's another slice. It's a little thinner,
Yeah.
but it's still bread.
And do you eat your sandwich left to right or right to left?
Left to right, I think.
Like you eat.
I also like peanut butter with banana.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you guys or Jarhead might have something else that we could try with peanut butter. Just for
Fluff
the
it,
variety.
corn chips.
You ever had a fluffernutter?
Now,
Fritos corn chips. Fritos corn chips.
yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know.
Gotta have the milk, and I don't.
Mike don't want that milk unless it comes in the form of a white Russian. No, my dad worked for the sheriff's department.
My dad did.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's
How
that?
was that? Well, that makes sense.
I like that.
Mike has never even entertained the thought of a use for creamy peanut butter.
Well, no, I mean I eat both, but I like my crunchy peanut butter on a hamburger
You guys aren't
with
hearing
a
me
fried
kidding,
egg
are you?
and a pineapple
And bacon.
and bacon.
They don't eat pineapple in Hawaii. They just grow it there.
Oh, would pineapple work on a peanut butter sandwich?
But here's another classic addition to your PB&J there, Charlie.
Mhm.
Jarhead, tell me if you try this. Marshmallow cream. It's a fluffernutter.
Marshmallow cream and peanut butter.
Yeah, with jelly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Mhm.
Do you know? I heard that on the space mission that happened the other day while they were
Oh, the jar
on
Nutella.
yeah, the jar Nutella floated in front of the camera. You know, so you couldn't ask for cheaper advertising than that, man. That was great.
And the jar is plastic, so it's safe
Yeah.
to take into space with.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say,
they set the light on fire, and my first thought was, "Is Mike in NASA now?"
well, I just couldn't imagine. 2
And-
days without
and-
washing the toilet.
And one of the toilet paper manufacturers has given all 4 astronauts a lifetime of toilet paper in their household. Believe it or not. I just heard that on the news yesterday too. That's crazy.
No, that's pre-publicity.
Oh, it's a
Well, for Mike, a year is a lifetime supply. Listen, every morning, Mike and I wake up, flip a coin.
great. I mean, a third of my budget and going to the grocery store is paper towels and toilet paper.
You work at a paper company. Oh, the tubes that come out of the paper towels and toilet paper for people to use crafts and stuff. You'd be surprised. I got a friend that goes outside and picks up twigs and stuff from the yard because people that live in cities don't have twigs to do folk art with. She gets big money for old bird nests.
What if I could sell switches? Sell
Only
switches.
to really strict mamas.
Southern mamas.
Yeah,
No, Southern mama gonna make you pick the switch out.
Yeah.
and it better be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Joanne, I'm serious. I've got a friend that he gets like $5 for a 1 gallon Ziploc full of pine straw. because people that live in cities don't have pine straw. They want to do arts and crafts, but they don't have the natural stuff that we take for granted here. Because to us, it's just there's one more thing I got to rake. But you could be bagging it up and selling it on eBay or Etsy. Maybe it's Etsy and she sells it.
Yeah.
Mhm. I'd sweep it up off my deck.
I used to have a yard full of pine trees and people would come say, I'll rake your yard for the pine straw. I said,
Yeah.
okay.
Hey, anybody wants to do that with me, you're welcome to it. My goal is I cut it with a lawnmower. If it mulches, fine. If it doesn't, the ground just stays brown.
How about a Spam and pineapple and peanut butter sandwich?
That actually sounds pretty good. Jarhead, we got less than a minute left, buddy. We're going to let you get on back to the family, okay?
Provolone, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah. I had the traditional Easter meal, the same thing that the disciples had. Boiled shrimp, Conecuh, potatoes, and carrots, just like they had at the Last Supper.
You didn't go out and shoot a rabbit in your yard?
No, but I'll have to check. The season may have ended April 1st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, small games. I'll have to check. I don't know what the season is
All
this
right,
year.
folks, get out there, support local, be local, buy local.
Sniff
Tip
local.
those servers. Servers.
If anyone's in the restaurant, you're earning a tip.
And provolone.
Provolone, sniff your servers.
Oh, Lordy mercy.